what provisions were you able to include in the energy bill beneficial to the Alaska gas?
We have been working hard to forward an energy bill through the committee to get to the floor of the Senate, and included in the oil and gas base text of the title, we've got several provisions that will be very helpful towards advancing a natural gas pipeline. The first provision relates to the loan guarantee. Back in 2004, we inserted loan guarantee that would be an $18 billion loan guarantee. Given the passage of time, the increased cost of the project, we have now bumped that loan guarantee to $30 billion plus inflation. So this is a substantial benefit. We've also ensured that 80% of the loan guarantee would be covered. We've added some clarifying language to that. And we've also added a piece that would allow access to the federal financing bank. This is significant and important because it will allow the borrower to essentially borrow at the rate that the government is able to borrow at. It will reduce administrative costs and greatly reduce the interest costs. So anything that we can do to help reduce the financing of this massive infrastructure project is a win. So these are very significant provisions that we've included in the base text of the bill.
Does this language favor a particular project, either TransCanada or Denali?
It is absolutely project neutral. In other words, whichever qualifying entity moves forward with the project, this loan guarantee would be made available to them. The provisions of the federal financing bank would be made available to them. So if it's Denali, they can take advantage of this. If it's TransCanada, they too can take advantage of this.
Besides the provisions you included in the energy bill, what else could the federal government do in the future to speed construction of a gas line?
Well, I think we recognize that this is truly a state project, and most of what must come with this project must be dealt with at the state level, and that progress is underway. We're seeing that with the fact that you have two competing entities moving forward now. But what we can do at the federal level is just exactly the likes of which we've included in this energy bill, and that's to help with the financing with some tools that are at the disposal of the federal government. A loan guarantee, and again, access to a federal financing bank.
The Obama administration has called the gas line a White House priority. What practical impact does that have on the project?
It really does allow the Alaska Natural Gas Pipeline project to be more national in scope and in recognition, and I think that that's very important for us. This is a massive project for Alaska, providing jobs and economic opportunity and a way for us to get our gas to market. But it is more than just a state project, and the benefits to the rest of the country will be huge. Our gas resources in Alaska are second to none. And so the significance in having the support of the administration to advance this project to fruition is very important.
What's your concern about shale gas and LNG competing with Alaska's natural gas for lower 48 market share?
Well, there's a window of opportunity when it comes to our energy resources, and particularly our natural gas. I've mentioned that we have resources and a natural gas supply that is second to none. But we're also seeing some very impressive finds in the lower 48, the Marcellus Shale, the Barnett Shale, opportunities where in the past we haven't been able to access that gas, but our technologies now are such that all of a sudden it is more cost efficient to advance these. We recognize that the demand is high in this country, and I think if we are to see passage of things, for instance, cap and trade legislation, the demand for natural gas will only increase. But we've got to remember that we we're a competitor with other domestic sources of not only natural gas, but other energy sources, whether it be the wind and solar that we're attempting to advance through renewables, or what we will be able to produce through increased nuclear or clean coal. So we've got to remember that we are a player on the national stage when it comes to energy. But I still point out that when it comes to oil and when it comes to natural gas, we've got more than anybody else, and we need to figure out a way to get our product to market.